It takes more than just city council meetings to run a city. Employees work tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure the needs and wants of its residents and their visitors are met. Here are some of their stories in protecting our community. On this edition of Inside Vegas, come along as the city deals with a nonprofit club that has had recent run-ins with law enforcement for violent crimes, investigates a massage parlor accused of being a front for prostitution, and deals with the ongoing dispute between short-term rental operators and the neighbors who say they are nothing but party houses invading their quiet communities.
Okay, agenda item 62, hearing and discussion for possible action regarding complaint for disciplinary action against Elks Lodge for violations of the Las Vegas Municipal Code, Ward 5, Councilman Creer. Ms. McElhone, Mr. Curtis, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes.
Your Honor. Your Honor, this is Lieutenant Nate Chio with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm going to ask him at this time to read into the record the incidents and facts surrounding the numerous violent episodes which have occurred at this place of business.
On March 31st, 2018, patrol officers and gang detectives were investigating an attempted murder, which led them to Elks Parent Lodge. On October 27th, 2017, on August 20th, 2017, on November 18th, 2017, on November 24th.
These violent incidences are the basis for our disciplinary complaint and the reason why we are here today.
And then on the night of June 23rd, after another shooting, I made the decision for the public safety to shut them down. We have gone above and beyond and showed great patience with this business. We have begged, we have pleaded for them to operate differently. 78 calls for service in a little over a year. Only 4 were initiated by the business themselves. Since the closure of Elks Lodge, violent crime in the immediate area has dropped significantly. In my opinion, reopening the Elks Lodge would put the community at risk. Thank you.
So it's another perspective going into the bathroom. They had already made attempts to clean up the bathroom. They swept up the broken glass by the time that the crime scene analysts were able to get in there and take these pictures.
In your reports, do you get the feeling that they were doing cleanup because they recognized that it needed to be cleaned up without thinking? That had they been told not to clean up?
Those specifics, I can't tell you. I know that there's been scenes, numerous scenes that we've been on where somebody has come in and started to clean up before we were ready for them to.
Thankfully, Councilman Kaufman said, well, maybe they were just trying to clean it up to make it safe. If you say there's all these blood and there's all this glass around, maybe they were just trying to clean it up. And that's exactly what's going on. We are here on an emergency shutdown order from Metro based on bad facts. What the problem is in this case is that the police and the city have banded together to put together a dossier of events that they have blamed on the Elks, which just are not the Elks' fault.
So it's your opinion that Deputy Chief from Metro, Captain, a Lieutenant, a Sergeant, several police officers, our attorney, and our business licensing have all got together and have conspired to unlawfully shut down the Elks Lodge?
No, that's actually not what I said. What I said was the facts that are underlying the shutdown order and the facts that are underlying why we're here today is just not true. There has been no investigation. So I'm not saying that there is a conspiracy.
So what is the Elks Lodge? What is the Elks Club? What's the purpose of it?
It's basically a community organization.
It's a community organization. You got to be 21, generally believe in God, and do all this stuff and promote, right? These are not godly folks. Sorry to just say that. I mean, they're not godly folks, and if you want to be a gangster, they're pretty poor gangsters, in my opinion. I'm just going to tell you. There ain't nothing in the video footage that I saw that is saying that they're gathering or they're praying or that is not looking like an Elks Lodge.
That is a community happy hour hot zone that is happening there. I think that the video and the cameras and the pictures are all valid. We've presented you guys with 18 conditions.
Thank you, Councilman. Number 1, the hours of operation shall be limited to 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I mean, I understand the city's position. The city of Las Vegas just doesn't want these businesses here. The fact is they are here, and they've been here for years. And until they pass a law saying they can't exist, they're going to be here.
He's a very good lawyer on the other side, but I think no lawyer can rise above his client, and that was the problem here. Glad we're shutting these people down. It's unfortunate we have this problem in the city.
It was a nice one.
There's a mess.
I'm sure that Minerva, who's in the office right now watching, is probably revoking the license in the system right now. And then our officers will go out and serve them with a letter.
You don't really know how certain people are going to respond in certain situations, especially when you go into a business and they're not exactly operating legally. There's a reason why there's massage parlors on every corner in the county, because we're a little more strict than they are. It just took almost a year for them to come before City Council for their disciplinary action and to actually have the licenses revoked. So this is the letter that is being posted, issued by the city, just informing them of their license has been revoked. And also being posted will be a sign for the public that says no public entry. Make sure nobody's here. So I'll go ahead and post the notices. Okay. And that's it. Working with Metro and dealing with these massage places, we're trying to thwart a lot of the human trafficking. So here, where's this Asian flower massage? We're gonna do the exact same thing I did with the last one, post my notices and take a picture of it, and that's it. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Can I help you with something?
Councilman Creer, there's some additional ones that Metro had discussed with us yesterday.
Well, we need time to review the last two items that were put on the agenda to make sure that we can comply with what they're asking.
Well, today's the day. If you guys are in acceptance of all of these conditions, then I think we can move forward. If you're not, then, let me know, and so we can move forward appropriately in that direction as well.
The council does not have authority to give us unconstitutional and provisions that violate the law. So for example, video footage is available just any time. That completely violates the Fourth Amendment. Their video footage on demand to a state authority. It's it's a mix of constitution.
But you are getting a privilege license, is that accurate?
Yeah, it's a privileged license.
So you're having a privileged license, so with the privileged license comes regulations that maybe the person who doesn't have a privileged license has to comply by.
And I would just ask that we be allowed to reopen with compliance with the 18 conditions.
That's not gonna happen.
And then the two, I just...
Won't do that. I don't think he'll do that.
Until you guys are going to comply with your councilman and his peers, you're not going to be licensed in the city of Las Vegas.
All I want to do on this is have you in compliance with what needs to be for the privileged license and move this forward. We want you to operate, be in compliance, and have a great future. That's all we want. So what's the compliance? Just say yes.
No, agreed.
Be done with it.
That's what we were trying to say is agreed. That's fine.
I don't think anybody got that.
This is the bottom line here. 78 calls for service, 6 violent crimes, and a lack of calls when crimes occur. Since the closure, 0 calls for service, 0 violent crimes. I think you need to come back, as far as I'm concerned, with some kind of written plan on how you're going to comply with every one of these conditions. Right now, I don't know that, and I'm not going to have blood on my hands. I want to be very blunt about this.
We plan on complying, hence that's why they have council on board. We have an entire plan together. This is not just something we're going to throw together.
If Metro walks into your establishment at any time tomorrow night and these are not adhered to, you are shut down. You understand?
My point is
we
this.
met a while back. Maybe they've been doing the work. If they're in compliance, they're in compliance, whether that's right now or in the morning. If they aren't in compliance, but the moment you are in compliance is the moment you'll be open. How about that? That's a fair statement, right? So when you're ready to come back to the council, I would appreciate it as a follow-up to come back to the council with that approved plan or whatever that may be. That's all I'm saying. So there's a motion on the table.
On your motion, and that motion carries. So for those of us who voted with you and those of us who have not voted with you, make it right. Make it perfect.
We will. I think the council was fair and listened to us and gave us a platform and realized that this problem is bigger than a couple of words on the paper. They actually got to the heart of the issue and gave us something to work with.
We've already complied. We have our security plan in place. It's just a matter of us submitting the balance of the paperwork to the city, and then we're going forward. Hopefully the attorney will get everything submitted this week, and we're looking forward to next week possibly opening.
Hi Seth, how you doing?
We had city council on September 5th. They said they had everything ready to go. They had the security plan ready. We were expecting to receive it the following day. Tomorrow will be exactly 2 weeks, and we still haven't received that security plan. It is frustrating, but you know, it's something that we deal with quite a bit. This isn't our first rodeo. You know, we deal with a lot of licensed liquor establishments. We have to go back to city council on October 3rd, and we have to report on how well this is going. We've spent a lot of time on this, and that's okay, that's our job. The big thing is to get them really into compliance. They get a second chance here and an opportunity to prove themselves, and you know, hopefully they'll be able to do that. And if not, city council, I think, is ready to revoke the license.